Sometimes good enough is good enough.
Sometimes good enough is good enough. We are live now, so get that set up.
Huh?
Live.
Let's go to us.
Hmm?
You went on Ferris wheel or?
Up there on YouTube. You want to check it up there?
Give me some chatter.
Check. I'm kind of far from the microphone. You might want to try some chatter yourself there. You know.
It felt a little quiet.
Check. I think that might just be because the audio on the YouTube.
Well, I hear it, so we're good enough. Good enough is good enough.
Yeah, buddy. We will be going officially live here in a little under 4 minutes. We got the baby June, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Fingers.
What was June doing today? She was having a good old time. Jerry came over and we were working on the Ferris wheel.
Ooh.
And June was over here helping. She was wanting to take it for a ride, take it for a spin, a test drive. Camera 4. Look at that. We got DWLO. We got a Neil Morgan. We got a Bri G. We got an Idiot Luggage. We got a Scott Howland. Alan. Marty. Yay, Marty. Thank you guys so much for joining us this fine evening. Is everybody getting geared up for Father's Day? When is that? Sunday? What do you got on you here? What is this? Taco sauce? Got a little taco sauce on your forehead? Enemies? Blood of her enemies. That's probably... Let me check. Yep. Blood of her enemies right there. Yep.
Ugh. Nobody messes with us, huh, June?
You and Dolly Parton.
Nobody messes with Dolly either. Well, what's new?
Huh? What?
Hey!
What?
Why are my beverages over here?
What do you mean your beverages?
Those are mine.
These? Yeah. Right here? These two?
Yeah, those two.
These two cans that are inside my refrigerator?
Does that have my name on them?
The cans that are inside my refrigerator? I think those would be mine.
Huh. Excuse me. Sir, you're in my shot. Oh, see, June waved. Hey. You nailed it.
Nailed it.
Just like a real professional.
Well, that's how we do it here. That's how we do it. We're all about the professional
aura, vibe, presentation.
I can't do it. I just can't do it anymore.
It's a baby.
Oh, it's a baby. We will be going officially live in a little under uno minuto. Uno minuto.
Beep. Oh, cute. Ooh. LJ Davies 89 says, finally got my starter kit, setting up my first official game of Pulp Alley next weekend. Very
Yay! Well, thank you, Leighton. Thank you so much. I saw you got another order in. We'll hopefully get that off to you soon. Soon is a relative term around here. Soon is a relative term around here. It's 8 o'clock.
Time to shop.
Let's do our official greeting.
Okay. And go.
This was a test car that he did.
Very cool.
Well, it turned out kind of crappy, actually. So
We don't say that.
This was a failed. Jerry, if you're listening, you know it turned out crappy.
That's not what we say to people.
Crappy.
It was an
he knows. It's not a secret that it turned out crappy. So he's gonna redo the mold and try a different one. But this is the car that will be for the Ferris wheel. See, this will be located in here. If I can get my fat fingers out of the way. So this will be like somewhere in here. And then there will be 12 of these little cars, chairs. I guess they're just called chairs for the Ferris wheel. 12 of these chairs. But they will look a little bit better than this. Hey, everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous Bessy.
Howdy.
And June. Yay, June. June joined me for a video that we posted earlier today. She was in the bases video, wasn't she?
She was in the Thursday AM.
Max goes off with Grandma on those days, so I'm left here alone with no one but June to help me out. So she came over and helped me out with my video, talking about the bases. You know, one thing I forgot to really mention in that, and I think it's worth mentioning, is that I've said it before though. You should use the type of bases that you like. When I show you those bases that we use, it's not to convince you to change to something that you don't like, or to think that I'm putting down whatever it is that you do like, because you should use what you like. I do like the clear bases, and I think it works fairly good for the type of stuff that we do, because we change environments so frequently. If you were doing a World War II game, and you were building an army for the the African campaign or something like that, well, of course you're going to base your figures to fit the setting that you're putting them in. With Pulp, it's a little bit harder to do, and we ran the gambit on basing ideas when we were getting into Pulp, and we just kind of hit this wall, and we started using very nondescript kind of bases, trying to find a very neutral color, like a tan or something, and just a little bit of gravel, and trying to find something that we could use in a bunch of different settings. And Mila and I started talking about the idea of doing plastic bases. And when we first started off doing it, she would quite literally cut the bases out with a pair of scissors out of the miniatures packaging boxes that we would get our figures in, from like Cobblestone or Artisan and things like that. And that packaging material, I think, works great for making bases out of. When I recommend people make their own at home, that's exactly what I recommend you use if you have some of those lying around. So she would actually cut the bases out with scissors, and I was very, very reluctant to switch over to doing clear bases. I didn't necessarily want to do that right after playing like what maybe some people might call traditional miniatures games or war games for years and years, and then the idea that we're going to take off all of those slotted bases and attach these little plastic see-through bases. It took some convincing, and if she had not done it, if she had not taken the initiative to rip off those bases, she went through with pliers and ripped off all those bases and snipped them off. And she was the one that basically rebased a lot of our early miniatures. And I'm so happy that she did. I'm so happy that she did, because I can't imagine something that would actually fit as well as these do when we're going to so many different settings. Anywho,
they have a nice small profile. You can shove a lot of minis in the back of a truck.
Yes, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of advantages to them, and there's some disadvantages. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that, that there's all advantages, because there are some disadvantages to these as well. How's everybody doing tonight? We got Stu on here. Got Al Shanks from Australia. We got Mortis005 over there in Utah. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Very cool. Before moving tab, how do you hold your figures while painting? I like to use those, what are they called? Forceps? That's what I use. I'll show you what I mean. I got a pair right here. I like to use forceps to, and you can find cheap ones of these. These have been around the block a time or two. This is what, I couldn't use these for medical purposes anymore.
I think it'd be fine.
But that's what it looks like right there. And so, of course, they lock down. Let me get a figure. Let me get a figure here so I can show you what I mean. I'll be back here in a little while. I just got to run up to the store and get a pack. I just got to run up to the store and get a pack of smokes. I'll be right back. I got it. So I just hook it onto the tab, and then that becomes my, and I can turn it any direction, yada yada yada. Pop it off. Put it back on, very easy, on and off, blah, 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 blah. And then I even spray paint them like this. You can tell that these have been a little too close to the spray paint. So yeah, that's how I hold them. And yeah, it's not gonna come off of there. There's absolutely no give to that at all. It locks down. So that's what I do. I really like the clear bases. Thank you. I know they're not for everybody. We like them, and if you go into our cabinet case, gosh, I would say probably at least 95% of the figures that are out here in GG, these are almost all clear bases. So when people tell you that they don't fit, or the sizes, man, we've been doing it for 10 years and loving it. So yeah, okay, I'm moving on. I glue my figures onto regular bases to paint. That's not a bad idea. And then cut the tabs off. Yeah. I used to bend the tab. Instead of gluing it and sticking it into the slot of base, I'd just bend the tab and then stick it in the base, and then that little bend would hold it while I was painting it. Yeah, so many different things like that. That's a good idea, just to stick it in a regular base to hold it while you paint. Alligator clips stuck on piece of bamboo skewer drilled into wooden block. What? How dare you, sir?
That's how he paints it.
Oh, I thought it was, I'm sorry. I thought it was something else.
Not everybody uses alligator clips the way you do.
Thank you for joining us this evening, sir. Thank you for joining. Let's see. So I want to remind you guys that we have pre-orders going right now, and we really need your support on this. So please take a moment to make sure you get over to the store and pre-order the new stuff that we have coming out. Did you guys see the new figures that I got painted up, the new cultists that I painted up?
Very
Do
lovely.
you like them?
Mhm.
Do you like them? Can I show the boys and girls? Of course, I already have some. I have 1, 2. I have 6 sitting out here, and I painted up about 8 or 9 of them yesterday or the day before. I don't remember which. But this was always my plan. This is, was always my plan on making these where I could do these for the cultists for the Tomb of the Serpent. So these are now going to be, oh, well, that's right there. So those are going to be our new cultists. So when we do the new Tomb of the Serpent deck, nearly all the miniatures that will appear on the cards will actually be ours. That doesn't mean you have to use those by any stretch of the imagination, but at least they will actually be our miniatures that appear on the cards. So that's pretty exciting. And yes, that does mean that we're going to have a whole bunch of new miniatures coming that we really haven't shared a whole lot with you guys about yet. So there's 3 different ways of ordering those. You have Project Galgo pack number 1, which is Galgo and Spring, the little masked assassin. She's a little bit shorter than the others. And then pack number 2 is Summer, Autumn, and Winter. The other 3 of the dancers, and then there's also a special that we're doing right now as a pre-order, where if you already have a Galgo in your collection, if you already have a miniature for Galgo and you still want to get these, we put together a special that just includes the 4 dancers, but we are including a brand new Galgo card, an updated Galgo card. So if you order that special with the 4 dancers, you'll also get the new Galgo card. Thank you, DW Low. He says he ordered his a new.
Do we have a time frame?
What?
Do we have a time frame on shipping out the pre-orders?
Well, the production molds are being cast right now. I guess the short answer is no. I don't have an exact date. My expectation is middle of July. So just guessing on the amount of time that it's going to take them to send us our cards and to send us our miniatures, and then get them turned around. Right now, I'm aiming for the middle of July. So that's where we're at with that. They received the minis, package them. Very cool. When do the pre-orders ship out? Hopefully right now we're aiming for the middle of July. Very cool. Okay, what else do I need to talk about today? Hey, I don't think I've mentioned this yet, and I bet you most of you on here have already done it. But if you haven't, I'm going to ask you to do it right now. Please take a moment right now and hit that like button for us. That's important. That helps us reach more folks. That helps us, the YouTube, what do they call it? Algorithm, yeah. Goes, oh,
people like that, more people need to see it.
There's 5 people that like that show. Well, let's share that out with more people. So
only 2 likes.
Only 2 likes. Well, there's no reason to show that one anymore. So it means something to us. It means something to the algorithm so that we can try and reach more folks. So please take a moment right now and hit that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber, you ought to be. So make sure you get subscribed. And another thing, you really ought to be hitting that bell to get your notifications, and double check it, because sometimes it shuts off if you don't watch our videos very often. So be sure to check that bell and hit that so you'll get a notification when we upload new videos, because you don't want to miss the excitement that's coming. Have I shown you my Ferris wheel? Look at this thing. Look at this. Huh? Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. What? What? You didn't think it was going to be battery operated? Huh? With lights? Or with rapid? Okay. Almost flew off the table. So Ferris wheel, we want to do the amusement park. We were talking about the roller coaster today. So this is This is going to be something. Luckily, Jerry is doing most of the heavy lifting on this, carrying all this huge lumber around on his shoulders. And I just point once in a while. I stand around with a coffee mug like this. I'll point at stuff. Go take care of that over there. Like that. I learned that through years of supervising. Supervisor Academy. Putin has been, you notice that Putin has been not getting this. So we did make a couple changes to our live video stuff. So, and I hope you guys understand why we make these changes. But one is you can't comment unless you're a subscriber. And the reason we did that is because we were getting those spam messages from the Russian hackers and the Monopoly Mafia.
You mean there weren't really girls on those videos?
What?
There weren't really girls on those videos?
She's trying to trick me into admitting whether or not I clicked on them. What?
What?
What? And we also set it to where you can't post a message more than once every 30 seconds. Right? So because they were coming on here and they were just like spamming the message thingy. And so we did a couple of those changes to stop them there. But now they've been coming on to the comment section on the videos and posting naughty things there. So
I didn't notice.
Yeah. Well, I catch them because I get a notification when somebody posts something. So I'll normally see when they post something, I'll go, what the heck is that?
I don't think
so I gotta go check it out. I gotta go check it out and find out if it's legit. Right? That's the only right. That's part of being a supervisor. You got to check these things out and make sure they're legit. Purely for research purposes.
It's Luis.
Luis is on here. Hello, Luis. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Let's see. What else are we supposed to talk about? So we are, I've said it a few times, and I want to make sure you guys know, we are replacing Tomb of the Serpent. It's probably going to be the first of our books that gets updated to 2nd edition, possibly even before the end of the year. Before the end of the year. I don't know. I'm not professional enough to have any kind of timeline. I just fly by the seat of my pants and hope it just works out.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? So working really hard, or Manny Marino is actually working really hard to update the 2nd edition book. So who knows? We may actually get a 2nd edition book for Tomb of the Serpent, and it's being expanded. I don't want to do this because I know a lot of you would feel like you had to get it, right? So I don't want to just release like an updated version and go, well, it's pretty much the same as the other one. So we really do want to add some stuff. We're going to put more beefy goodness in there. So more stuff in it. So it'll probably be, I don't know, double the size that it is right now. So it's going to be a whole new book.
Which leads us to
what?
Sunday's game.
Sunday. Wow, look at that. Look at that right there.
Wow.
Are the season 1 adventure book in 2nd edition. Look at that. Is that $20? Clyde, you must be a madman. You crazy, crazy madman. We appreciate you, sir. That'll help us buy some baby formula for our poor starving child.
Hey.
Well, look at her. She's skin and bones. Skin and bones. We only have about 8 minutes left to go. 10 minutes left to go here in the big show this evening. So real quick before I get off of this topic, I wanted to let you know that we have discontinued officially the deck, the Tomb of the Serpent deck, the old edition one. Has been discontinued, and we are not offering that anymore. The book is still available for a very short time, but it will be discontinued very soon as well. probably need to put a little note on the store and just say, remind people that second edition is coming. I don't want to, deny people an opportunity to get it if they really want it, but I don't want them to turn around and feel like they have to get the second edition too. So Clyde, what's Clyde asking here? Clyde Dashing, if that is your real name, sir. What's he asking, baby? What? Well, you can read it.
Are the season 1 adventure book in second edition?
Are the season 1 adventure book in second edition? I apologize, Clyde. I'm not sure. If you're asking about season 1, the adventure book in second edition. So, like the scenarios, like the very first 2018 season of the scenarios of the month, those are second edition. Those are updated for second edition, but they are not in the second edition rule book. So let me real quick show you. Here, I'm in the annex. I promise I'm not going to the store. I'm not going to the store to get my smokes. So there's the second edition core rule book, and then there's the scenarios book. The scenarios book, the original scenarios book, and it does even say second edition on it. So yes, it is second edition. So I hope I answered that. So yes, that is second edition. All right, and a big thank you. So I guess we reached the point where you can add these sort of things on there. So it's like a super chat and stuff like that. We didn't really mention it. We never have mentioned it because we also have memberships available now, which I haven't figured out. I haven't figured out how to do the memberships thing, but we thought about, doing it because I think it would be fun, to give away some things and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. But I haven't figured out how to do it really yet. It's all confusing to me.
Okay, so Sunday game.
Sunday! We are continuing the Sunday, the Tomb of the Serpent campaign. We only got about 4 minutes left to go here. Tomb of the Serpent campaign, we're continuing it on Sunday, and it's going to be Bessy, boys and girls. It is going to be Bessy taking the Dundee scholars into the well. The thing in the well scenario. This is going to be on Sunday. You don't want to miss this one. Now, there's a setup video coming tomorrow morning. Tomorrow on Friday at 10 o'clock, there's going to be a very short, like 3 or 4 minute setup video that's going to show you this table that I have set up here without all the trash that's accumulated since I recorded the video.
Good. These are very important things.
So yeah, things get a little scattered and trashy over time, but it is what it is. So the thing in the well. So that's scenario the fourth of the chapter 1 scenarios that we're doing. What's he showing there? My smart TV is showing about 80 copies of Idiot Luggage's Greeting. Anyone else having that issue?
We are not.
We are not. We saw one greeting, and that was it. Wouldn't think that should be possible, Stu. I don't think that's actually his name. I can't remember. Stu Rat, I think you're up in Connecticut or New Hampshire.
If he has an alias, respect it.
Up in that area. Yes, me too. Woohoo.
Interesting.
I didn't get 80.
No, we already passed it.
I already passed it. I got one. I got one howdy out of him.
Well.
Oh, you're in Minnesota. Well, why did I think you were up in Connecticut or New Hampshire? I get lost sometimes. I get lost sometimes. What? People like me. That's right. So be sure to join us on Sunday for the fun.
10 a.m.
Bessie, it's not very
Central.
often that Bessie comes out to play, so you guys really got to support her on Sunday. It's going to be Father's Day, and if you remember, and I don't. It's not like I keep track of these things. Who won because we played on Mother's Day too. You guys remember? And I don't keep track. You know, I don't keep track of who might have won that game. Bessie, do you remember who?
Sure, I do.
Do you remember?
I trounced you our first 2 rounds.
Oh.
You came back cheating.
Oh.
Some shady things happened.
Oh.
On Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day?
And I have planned to stack the deck against you on Father's Day.
Well, now that I know.
I got the magic dice. You can't handle it. You can't.
I feel bad. I feel bad about how bad she got beat on Mother's Day. And now she's going to get beat again horribly on Father's Day. Like, I guess every holiday, it's my little celebration to get to whoop up on Bessie every holiday.
Yeah, that's fun. It's your wife, mother of your children. Besmirch my honor.
Oh, I will defend your honor.
No, you besmirched it. If I had a glove.
All right. So, I think Marty, just a couple minutes left here, boys and girls, a couple minutes. And I wanted to mention a question that Marty Devine had that I thought was worth sharing with you guys. And his question was, on these live games that we do on Sundays, we had to kind of change things a little bit so that both players know the cards that the other player has, right? We play with the fortune cards face up so that it's just, there really wasn't another way to do that effectively and without slowing the game down and making it goofy. So we just decided, hey, you know what? We'll just play with the cards face up and we'll do it that way. So Marty Devine had a question about, do you like doing it better that way? Do you think the game should just change to doing it that way, or do you still prefer, the other way? And I still prefer the other way. I would not suggest when you're playing at home, I would not suggest that everybody just sits there with their cards face up. This, if you like doing it that way, that's cool. But I think that takes some of the, shock and awe out of the game. It's kind of fun to go to surprise people with the cards, with a parlay, with a trip up, with an out of ammo.
You can definitely change your playing of cards if I know you have a misfortune.
Yes.
In my hand.
Yes.
Then I want to make you play that.
Yeah.
But then so it's different.
Yeah, it definitely
dynamic. Sure.
It definitely changed it, and I prefer the keeping the hands secret. So the only reason that we do the face-up cards for the live games is because that's the only way we figured out that we could do it effectively and make it work.
Or if somebody's very new, you could probably do it that way if you're playing a 2-person game.
Yeah. If you're playing a 2-person game, and I guess I would say, never feel bad for not playing your cards. And I know there are folks out there that go, well, we played the whole game and nobody played any cards. So what? Playing the cards is not important. If you're playing and having fun, that's really all that matters. If you're not playing the cards, it's a big deal. There's plenty of games that I end the scenario with, and I still have
a huge pile.
Still have several cards in my hand. Why would I care? It's just not important. I would rather just be playing the game. Sometimes I do get so excited about playing that I don't really look at my hand.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I suppose, who's this? Hello, June. Hello, June. You got that pretty smile. Yes, you do. Yes, you do have that pretty smile. Anywho, so that was just what I was wanting to share with you guys. We do, when we're not playing live for the YouTubers, we definitely do not just expose our hands to people. That's naughty.
You expose other things.
Thank you, Bessie. And thank you to everybody out there. We really do appreciate y'all. You're like family to us. We will talk to you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We'll have a setup video. I hope you watch that. And don't miss Sunday. That's going to be a lot of fun. And that's it for today, boys and girls. We will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, Clyde. Tell Clyde thank you, Bessy.
Thank you, Clyde.
We really appreciate it.
You're very
Dun, dun,
dashing.
dun, 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 dun.